Welcome everyone, my name is Rigel and today I'll be reacting to some old predictions that I made last year, and some of them much closer to Eurovision 2022. But yeah, if you watched my channel last year, you'll know that I actually made a series of videos where I just kind of made some general predictions and kind of explained my reasoning behind them. And spoiler alert, I have reread them because that's the kind of thing I do sometimes. But what you may not know is that last year I actually made another set of predictions. I think it was in October or something like that. But well, my old Twitter account got hacked, so you can't see it now. It's on my Instagram, but I don't link my Instagram because I don't post there very often. Last time I posted there was Junior Eurovision, so yeah, it's been a while clearly. But yeah, I actually made two sets of general predictions, and in this video, other than those two, we're also going to be looking at my little winner pyramid that I made kind of like a couple days before the final, like a week before the final maybe. Yeah, I'll also look at that. And at the end, I'll be showing you my new predictions for Eurovision 2023. Not the whole thing, but a little kind of preview. So with that said, let's get right into my old predictions. Before I start with these predictions, though, I should say this is, again, as usual, not scripted. So, yeah, I'm just going to be reading off of this and just kind of giving my thoughts on everything. So here we go. Predictions as of 9th of August, 2021. Well, at that time we knew that Italy had won Eurovision 2021, and that Italy would be hosting Eurovision 2022, but we didn't know much beyond that. We had I think the host city kind of roster was narrowed down to a few, and here I do give my prediction on that. So hey, let's just go for it. Slogan will be 3 words, not 2. Well, the slogan turned out to be the sound of beauty. I think it was something like that. I can't remember already. But yeah, it's not 3 words, not 2 words, but 4. Just like incidentally, the last time a Big Five country hosted, which was Dusseldorf, 2011. I don't remember the slogan then, but that was four words as well. So yeah, I got that one wrong. Either Turin or Milan will host. Well, yeah, Turin got it in the end. And well, personally, I was actually rooting for Milan, but I did recognize that Turin had a large chance of getting it. So yeah, Turin got it. I'm not too mad at the end. I think at the time of the bidding, Milan, the biggest arena in Milan was actually being used for vaccinations, I think. So yeah, fair enough. Turin got it in the end, and at least the city itself wasn't too bad. The show is another story. All Eurovision 2021 countries will return for 2022. Almost. This was going to be right, and then, well, we know what happened in Ukraine. So yeah, no Russia, but other than that, I did get it right. Armenia will return. Well, to be fair, that wasn't really hard to guess. I mean, they weren't having the war with Azerbaijan anymore. So yeah, naturally, they would be coming back, and I'm not really surprised about that. Turkey, Monaco, Morocco, Luxembourg, and Montenegro will not return. Well, I got that wrong, because clearly Montenegro has returned. But yeah, the other ones didn't. And Kosovo, Liechtenstein will not debut. I got that right. I got that one right. To be fair, again, it's not hard to get that one right either, because it seems fairly obvious. And now here is probably the most wrong one that I got. Kazakhstan will debut and receive a free pass to the final like Australia 2015. Whew, I don't know what I was thinking. I think I said in my explanation video that because Kazakhstan is a big trading partner with Italy, I think Italy buys natural gas or whatever from Kazakhstan. Yeah, I think it was based off of that, and then I thought, oh, maybe Kazakhstan's gonna get to debut. Well, clearly I was wrong. So yeah, I was wrong about that, and I don't think they're gonna debut in the near future, if you ask me. But dates: 10th May semifinal 1, 12th May semifinal 2, 14th May grand final. Well, actually, I have to confess I did not think of this myself, because there was a kind of thing on EurovisionWorld.com, which kind of like looked at all the available data and then gave their kind of estimate of the most likely dates on which the events would fall, and they predicted 10th, 12th, and 14th, and I just kind of copied off of that, to be honest. So yeah, I got it right. So I'm still claiming this victory, by the way. So yeah, moving on though. There will be returning artists from, but none directly from Eurovision 2021, and that is correct, I think. Yeah, Zapshi's Dub, Stoyan Yankulov. Yeah, no, I think that's it. There might be backing singers, I'm not sure. But yeah, there are returning artists indeed. And at least 2 countries will send non-citizens of their country. Well, I don't actually know if Amanda is a Greek citizen or not. But I do know that the 2 Norwegians in We Are Dami are definitely not of Czech citizenship. So yeah, there's that, and I guess we can count Ben Adams from Subwoofer. Yes, Ben Adams is in Subwoofer. Of course, he's a Brit, and he represented Norway this year. So I guess there's 2. I'm not entirely sure if there's any other ones. If there are, please do let me know. Oh wait, actually, Cyprus. Yeah, of course, Cyprus. Andromache, she is Greek. So yeah, and there's more than 2 now. So yeah, I got that. At least 3 POC contestants. I don't think there were, actually. Like, we know that Jeremy McKessie is black, of course. And Malik Harris is also at least part black. We know that much. And I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think there's any more POCs other than those 2. Everyone else was European. So yeah, unfortunately, no, not 3 POC contestants, just 2. Rafaela Cara tribute regardless of host city, that is correct. Well, obviously, in fact, before she passed away, Rafaela Cara actually said that she wanted to host Eurovision 2022, but of course that never came to be. And in fact, during the show, she was given an homage by the hosts. So yeah, that's always good to hear. No American artist cameos as contestants. Well, again, that was pretty easy to guess. I mean, 2021 having Flo Rida was kind of the exception rather than the rule, obviously. So yeah, I'm not surprised I got this one right. All Nordic countries will qualify for finals. Well, that's clearly wrong. We didn't get Denmark. But we got every single other Nordic country. So yeah, speaking of Denmark, Denmark won't send a song in Danish, and that is correct because, well, I predicted that they wouldn't send a song in Danish after their failure from last year. Iceland will send a song in Icelandic. This one actually, I think I mentioned this in my Afterthoughts video, but I was actually the least sure about this one because, Iceland in recent years had tended to send more, English songs, like, case in point, 2020, 2021. So I was thinking they would kind of go down that route, but I guess they didn't. Sylvia Kaplan in the super final, it was Sister or Sigabetta and Eileen versus Daughters of Reykjavik, both of which actually had at least a significant amount of Icelandic in their songs. Even the English version of Tökum Staff also had a bunch of Icelandic in it as well. So yeah, I guess whoever they chose in the super final, we were gonna get an Icelandic language song from Iceland this year. So that's nice. That's really nice, actually. Norway and Sweden will continue to send an English song. Well, that's not hard to guess, is it? Yeah. So that's that's correct. Obviously, Kazakhstan will send an emotional ballad, mostly in English. Well, this is what I guess they would send. If they were ever to debut at Eurovision, because that's kind of their I want to say niche in junior Eurovision. That's kind of what they do. Well, sometimes, not necessarily always. Switzerland will send a song in English. Well, I got that correct, and the reason I did is because I think I've mentioned this 3 million times now, but in the calling for songs thing that SRF posted, they wanted a song that has a very easy to understand message, and well, Boys Do Cry certainly fits that category. So yeah, I'm not surprised I got that right as well. Azerbaijan will continue to send a song written by non-Azerbaijanis. Again, not very hard to guess this one. It's been working for them so far. It's still working for them, so, why fix what ain't broken? Am I right? Czech Republic, Lithuania, plus another Baltic country will qualify. That is correct. In fact, I actually kind of, when I made these predictions, I already kind of wanted to write Estonia rather than just another Baltic country. But yeah, I actually thought, at that time I didn't know, obviously, what the songs in ESCZ would be. But I liked their songs from 2018 to 2019, actually. And, in fact, 2021 was pretty good as well until he couldn't sing live, but whatever. Yeah, so actually I really liked their recent songs from the Czechs. So I really wanted them to qualify, and well, they did. Lithuania, kind of the same. I liked the group a lot, and I was hoping whoever they'd send would qualify this year as well. And well, Monica Liu, despite all question mark odds, also qualified, so that's lovely. Another Baltic country, well, Estonia, there we go. I don't know why I didn't write Estonia here, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah, I kind of, expected it to be Estonia to qualify rather than, Latvia. Romania will qualify, but Moldova will not. Well, obviously I got that wrong, but I think I wrote this kind of because I was like angry that Roxanne did not qualify, for Romania, but Natalia Gordienko did, and she was, obviously Kirkorov backed. So yeah, I didn't like Kirkorov already, even though I was barely a Euro fan at the time. So yeah, I didn't like Kirkorov, so I didn't want anything Kirkorov backed to qualify. But fortunately this year, Kirkorov was not backing, Zapshi's loop, so yeah, I guess that's a win in that regard, but I did get this prediction wrong. So yeah, I think, yeah, still good though, both Romania and Moldova back in the final with the absence of Kirkorov, so, a win for all the Euro fans. San Marino will qualify and get their best result. Well. They didn't even qualify, so never mind that. So let's just move on. Malta will qualify but be bottom five. I fear that if they had used a better performance like the one in the live on tape, then I think that would have actually happened. But thankfully it didn't. It's not the problem. The problem is not Emma Muscat herself. She has a great discography, but the real problem is that they decided to pick a song that she didn't write to go to Eurovision, and that never really turns out well, does it? So yeah, thankfully Malta didn't qualify, and Ukraine will continue to qualify. Well, duh. Again, not a hard one to guess either. They just get Eurovision, right? Okay, and then either Ireland or Australia will qualify, but not both. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking that, I almost wanted to just say Australia will qualify, because I did believe, 2021 was kind of a blip. They just, they weren't able to even get to Rotterdam, so, yeah, it was a little blip for them. But yeah, I already, even at that time, even though I knew nothing about any of the singers, any of the acts, I kind of knew that it was either going to be Ireland or Australia, but not both. And I guess I was right, unfortunately. I would have wanted it to be both, but whatever. Televote winner won't win the contest, nor jury. Unfortunately, I wouldn't say unfortunately, but, I was wrong. But, yeah, sometimes it happens, like, in 2016, Jamala, I think she was third in televote and second in jury or something like that. And also, I think Arcade was also like second in jury, second in televote, and it still won. But I like when those situations happen when neither the winner of the jury nor televote wins the contest, and then obviously this year it wasn't gonna happen. What with Colors Orchestra getting a record televote and all that. So yeah, I guess I was wrong there. Winner will be a first timer and an English song. Again, I was clearly wrong. Neither a first timer nor an English song. So that's kind of hilarious. 2 points from televote. I think we only got one. I don't remember the exact stats, but I think I think it was Switzerland. It was either Switzerland or Azerbaijan. I think that got 0. That was it. We didn't get more than one. Last year there were 4 nil points, and that was just kind of astounding. So, for this I was thinking maybe let's be a little more conservative. But it turns out 2021 was absolutely an oddity in that respect. So yeah, there were a couple countries getting single-digit points from the televote, obviously, but only 1 nil point. So make of that what you will. It's interesting. France will tank. Spain will place in top 5 but won't win. Oh boy, I don't know how I got this right. Like, spot on. I didn't even, again, I didn't know anyone at the time. Didn't know any of the singers, any of the acts. France did tank with Fulan. I didn't want them to. I still think they're robbed. But they did tank, unfortunately. And Spain, I think, a lot of us, I think, wanted Chanel to win, but obviously that didn't happen. But she still got an excellent top 3 result for Spain, so that's really wonderful. So I don't know how I got this right, but I did. But I didn't get the next one right, which is Italy placing around 12th to 16th, Germany placing between 10th to 13th. No. Italy got 6th, and then Germany, 25th. So yeah, I didn't get this right, not one bit, nor the next one. UK continue to do poorly. Yeah, no. Second place, 459 points. No, sorry, is that? I don't remember the exact number, but yeah, 400 something points. Absolutely insane. Kazakhstan will place top 5, possibly win. Well, we didn't even get Kazakhstan, so who knows what would have happened. Lithuania does very well and also could win. Yeah, no, not with Monica. Yeah, I understand that she's very much hyped in the Eurovan community, but yeah, I knew there was kind of something missing to make this a winning entry. This was nowhere close, if you ask me. But yeah, I do think Lithuania is heading towards its first win in the next few years, so watch the space. Eurovision trademark song of the year does not come from Big Five country. I don't even know what we would call the Eurovision trademark song of the year this year, because last year I was thinking of I Don't Feel Hate. That was the one that did poorly, and then everyone was laughing at it. I don't even know which one it would be this year, because there aren't a lot of crazy props or costumes. I mean, I guess you could say it's Moldova, but even then, I don't know. That's kind of a stretch to me, so no idea. Either way, I don't think any of the Big Five country songs were particularly memeable, I guess you can call it. So I guess I got it right. I'm not sure. And then the next one, at least one or two weird songs in top 10. Hold on, let me remember the top 10 first. That's Ukraine, UK, Spain, Sweden, Serbia. Serbia is definitely a quote-unquote weird song. Italy, Moldova, Greece, Portugal, and Norway, I think. I guess, yeah. Serbia, Norway. Good enough for me. And this one I was really sure about. Damiano from Måneskin will hand trophy to winner. Duh. But in reality, I got it wrong. Well, I didn't envisage Måneskin kind of just going global and not even having the time to hand a trophy to the winner of Eurovision. But, it is what it is. What can we do about it? And Eurovision 2023 will be held in capital city of winning country. No. No. Absolutely not happening. It was just yesterday, as I'm recording this, that the EBU posted their statement to reaffirm that Eurovision 2023 will not be held in Ukraine for pretty obvious reasons, if you ask me. So yeah, I haven't actually been keeping count, so I'd say generally I did okay with these predictions, but also not that great. And with that, let's move on to my next set of predictions, which were made in October. Right, so here's my October predictions. This was when Turin was revealed as the host city for Eurovision 2022, and also the dates were confirmed to be the 10th, the 12th, and the 14th. So I was kind of celebrating about that because I got it right, even though I didn't do any work. But all right, let's get into it. Turkey and or Montenegro will return. Well, because at the time I believe the EBU kind of made a statement that they were in talks with TRT, the Turkish broadcaster, but obviously Erdogan is in charge, so nothing came of that, sadly. But we did get Montenegro because I think we were getting some hints at the time. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I got it right. I actually got it right before I even posted the screenshot. So good on me, I guess. And Hungary, because I actually forgot to mention Hungary in the previous screenshot. And I was like, Orban is still in charge, so how could they return to Eurovision? Am I right? So yeah, Hungary did not return, so I was correct with that one. And also predicted there would be 4 hosts, 2 male and 2 female. Well, I was clearly wrong with that. There was only 1 female, being Laura Pausini, and then 2 male, one of which is Catalan, and I was correct about that, because one of them was indeed Alessandro Catalan, and the other was, of course, Mika. So, I got some of it right, I guess, but in general I did get it wrong. And then ERT will pick Good Job Nikki to represent Greece, speak it into existence. I clearly jinxed it. I was, at the time, I think they were just announcing the candidates. It was Amanda, Good Job Nikki, and then 3 other singers that I can't remember. But pretty much kind of from the start, everyone knew it was a 2-horse race between Good Job Nikki and Amanda, because these 2 were the ones backed by the Dream Team. And the Dream Team is, they have experience and may or may not have contacts in ERT, who knows, but at that time I think the 5 candidates were just announced. And I really got intrigued by Good Job Nikki's music. And by the way, if you want to hear the song that he submitted to ERT, it's called Heaven is Sin. And it's on his Spotify right now. I want to say it's interesting, not in a bad way or a good way. Just find out for yourself, frankly. But I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, the Mad VMAs happened, and interestingly, Good Job Nikki did a duet with Stefania, the one from 2021, represented Greece. They did a duet on Good Job Nikki's popular song named January 8th, and there are recordings of it, but it was just from some audience member in the arena, and I've been told that it will be a couple weeks before the televised version will be released, so I guess you can stay tuned for that if you're interested. So yeah, Good Job Nikki did not get selected, but I hope he does soon. It's been way too long since Greece sent a solo male singer. And then the next one, Greece will send Emotional Ballad. Now, this frankly wasn't a very hard one to get right because, I was following Eurovision Fun at the time, which is this Greek news site about Eurovision. And they reported the genres of the songs from Good Job Nikki and Amanda, and the others as well, but who cares about those 2? And both, Good Job Nikki and Amanda were bringing emotional ballads, or so they say. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure how to classify Heaven is Sin, but whatever. Anyway, I think, either they were either going to choose Amanda or Good Job Nikki anyway, so let me just put this in to make sure I at least get one right, and well, hey, I got it right. At least 3 Eurovision 2022 songs revealed before 2022. That is correct, because we got Bulgaria, Czech Republic, and Albania. Or I guess you could call them the ABC. So yeah, I got that right. I wasn't surprised I got that right, because I suspected that we knew that that ESCZ and FIC were gonna take place before 2022, and I also suspected that some other internal candidate would reveal their song before 2022 as well, and well, that was Bulgaria. So yeah, I was correct with that one. And then at least one country which NQs despite being in the top 10 of either jury or televote. well, obviously we had Albania and Cyprus, which did just that. They got top 10 in the televote, but essentially got tanked by the jury. Similarly, the other way around, I think both North Macedonia and Croatia got exactly 10th place in the jury, but obviously the televote weren't so keen on it, so that NQ'd as well. So yeah, I was correct with this, and in fairness, again, it's another one that's kind of hard to get wrong because it's a fairly common occurrence. Next one, Belgium will bring emotional ballad in either English or French. Well, to be fair, the language part wasn't too hard to get right because, Jeremy McKessie is a French speaker, and of course the broadcaster RTBF is the French-speaking broadcaster for Belgium, so I'm not surprised I got that right. Well, they were gonna do French or English anyway, so yeah, they weren't gonna do Dutch. So yeah, emotional ballad, not really. It starts off as a ballad and ends as a ballad, but in the middle it's an R&B song. So I want to say I got that wrong. Switzerland will either NQ or get top 10. Nope. Neither of those were right. Good job, me. I wanted them to NQ, obviously, but well, they didn't. But they also didn't do too greatly, even with the jury. So yeah, they got 17th, 18th, I don't remember. So yeah, they got that. So yeah, I was completely wrong with this one. And Azerbaijan will not be the best Caucasus country in rankings. Let's face it, I was kind of just rooting for Armenia. However, unfortunately, that didn't happen. Azerbaijan got, again, 18th, 19th, something like that, and Rosalind, unfortunately, only got like 22nd? Something like that, 22nd, 21st, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, so I was wrong with that one as well. Iceland will continue to be the best ranked Nordic country. Well, that's just straight up wrong. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I was thinking this at the time, because they got 10th with Hatari in 2019, and obviously they were favorites to win in 2020, and then they still got 4th last year. So I was thinking maybe they were on an upward streak, and obviously that wasn't the case, but maybe they will still send something really creative and really uniquely Icelandic to Eurovision, but yeah, not this year, unfortunately. And speaking of Nordic countries, Norway will do better than Finland. Well, I sure hope they did, but even though I didn't like either of the songs this year, yeah, I didn't like either of their songs. Obviously, I was kind of rooting for Elsie Bay in MGP and Bess or kind of Isaac Sene in UMK, but obviously neither of them won because televote heavy national finals are terrible. But yeah, I didn't like their songs, but I guess I was right with this one. Yeah, so next, at least 2 songs in Spanish co-official languages at Benidorm Fest, Catalan, Galician, etc. Well, that's wrong. The only one was obviously, I was thinking maybe, we kind of knew that Tanju Gueras was gonna get selected, the moment they submitted their song, really, but yeah, I was hoping, because there was another band at the time singing in Catalan that also submitted a song, and I was hoping they'd get selected as well, but well, they didn't. And officially, of course, you can say that Terra has Galician, but also, Catalan. I can't remember the other ones. Asturian. Basque, of course. Yeah, but those are just like one-liners, so I don't know if they really count. So yeah, I was wrong with this one for sure. Serbia will send a song in a style very different to Loco Loco. I was right with this, yeah, very different. Obviously, it wasn't like a Yas Slay girl bop. They were almost gonna do that. I think. I guess you could call it one, Mushkachina, but well, obviously it didn't happen. So yeah, I was correct with this. To be fair, I think they were gonna send something not like a girl bop anyway. They were gonna send probably maybe a ballad or something like that. I was thinking of a ballad, but I guess they sent, well, Constracta. At least 3 countries from Eurovision 2021 finals will NQ. Ooh, I actually haven't thought of that one. Well, Cyprus, obviously. Who else? Who else didn't qualify this year that did qualify last year? Albania, yes. I need to think for a bit. Right, I went and checked, and well, Bulgaria, San Marino, and Malta obviously all didn't qualify this year. So yeah, that's more than 3 actually. So yeah, I got this one right. Go me, I guess. Estonia will get top 10. I had hoped that they would, because in the 2010s there was this thing when like every 3 contests they would get top 10, and I think a lot of people, including myself, thought that Estonia this year with hope. I think a lot of people had saw them as a potential like sneak into top 10 candidate, but unfortunately they didn't. But it still got pretty close, so that's nice. But yeah, I did get this wrong. Czech Republic will get top 10, maybe even win. No. Czech Republic will send female singer. If you define singer as literally just the singer, then I guess that's correct. Dominica is obviously female, from We Are Domi, but they're not like an all-female group, obviously. But I guess in the narrow definition of female singer, I guess I was correct with this. Whew, Sweden will not get top 10. Well. No, this was in the kind of era where I was like getting tired of overproduced Swedish male bops, like Dance You Off, or Voices from Rotterdam. I was kind of getting tired of this stuff, and I was hoping that maybe they would send something and then not qualify even, to just kind of wake the hell up. But I guess they already woke the hell up this year. So thank you, Sweden, for realizing your mistakes just in time, and let's hope that next year we're not returning to over-manufactured male bops. Okay, Ireland will not be last in semifinal. What the hell was that voice crack? Sorry. But yeah, Ireland not last in semifinal. Yeah, I was kind of actually rooting for them to qualify even before I knew the song, but yeah, at least I got this right. What, I think they were like 15th, 14th, something like that, which I think is way too low for Ireland, even if I had to force to NQ them. Again, at least Brooke didn't get last in the semi, unlike Leslie Roy, so I guess, progress is progress, I guess. The only way is up. So, yeah, I hope Ireland does qualify soon in the near future. They were like the powerhouse in like the 90s, but now they're a complete flop, and they don't realize what they're doing wrong. So I don't know what I can do about that, but yeah. There will be between 41 and 43 countries participating. Well, I was kind of looking at the countries that we already gotten. I was thinking maybe we would get the entire roster of 2021 plus a couple countries. And I guess in that sense I was kind of correct, but also I didn't take into account we would be taking out Russia. So 40 I think it was this year. So yeah, I was I unfortunately got this wrong. But the next one, Azerbaijan was a male singer. I was correct with, because actually, I remember seeing somewhere Effendi said that they'll probably send a male singer because they had to deal with Effendi for 2 years in a row. So yeah, that's exactly what they did. With Nadir Rustamli. United Kingdom will also send male singer. I was actually kind of surprised that I got this right, because when I was thinking of male singer in my head, I was seeing someone with kind of how do I put it, the physique of James Newman. But well, we obviously got Sam Ryder, one of the best ambassadors for the UK and Eurovision in recent years. So yeah, I was correct with that. At least one Balkan ballad. Well, do you count "Breathe," from Montenegro, as a Balkan ballad? If you do, then sure, but otherwise, no. So, interpret it as you will. I don't know if I got this right or not. Spain will rank the highest among Big Five countries. Now, I wish that was the case. In fact, there was only 7-point difference between Chanel and Sam Ryder. But yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I guess it's good for the UK. But yeah, yeah. I guess unfortunately for this prediction, I was incorrect. Because the UK scored 7 points more than Spain. So close enough, though. I think we will be seeing Spain win Eurovision one of these years. This decade, maybe even next year. Who knows? But yeah, next, French-speaking host will be female. No, I think it was Mika speaking French. Yeah, and no, because I kind of based that prediction off of the fact that in Rotterdam the French-speaking host was Chantal. But well, obviously this year we got Mika to speak French rather than Laura Pausini, though I do assume that she actually can speak French. I mean, actually after Portugal qualified, was it qualified or they got their televote points or something like that? Laura Pausini actually said a phrase in Portuguese. I don't remember exactly what it was, but she said something in Portuguese, and yeah, I assume she can speak French, but I guess they kind of left the French to Mika, so I was wrong with this. Winner will be female. Well, that's I mean, I guess in terms of the name of the song, then yeah, sure, but in terms of the artists, no, absolutely not. The furthest thing from it. But yeah, I don't think I did particularly well with these predictions. But with that, let's move on to my winner pyramid. Now, do note though that even though this is my kind of winner pyramid, it's not necessarily my personal ranking of them, but rather kind of combining reactions on Twitter and stuff with kind of my own biased opinion to kind of see who I would gauge as the most likely winners. And well, to some degree I was right, but again, don't take this as kind of a top list. This is more just me kind of seeing what countries have the highest potential to win based on genre uniqueness, and also yeah, just how well the song is performed in general. So yeah, most likely Sweden, Spain, Italy. Well, not Italy clearly, but I did get Sweden and Spain in the top 4, so I guess that's right. Ukraine, Greece, Netherlands, UK. Not as likely, but still possible. Well, it's clearly possible for Ukraine, but at the time I was kind of skeptical about Ukraine because I was wondering would there actually be that many people who come out in droves to vote Ukraine because it's Ukraine, and I guess the answer is yes. So I also kind of put Greece there because Twitter loved it. I didn't. So I kind of put that up there because people loved it. I was kind of lukewarm, and in fact, it actually kind of underperformed in the Euro jury, and also OGAE. Actually, it didn't even get top 10 in the OGAE. But yeah, I was putting it up here because a lot of people were like saying this is amazing or something like that. Netherlands, well, I kind of put it up there by myself because I like the song a lot. But that would be kind of a surprise win. And then, beyond that tier, I was actually kind of skeptical about the UK getting a great score like this. But, I guess they did. And, of course, most of that came from the jury, and part of it, in fact, from the aggregated points from the EBU. One almost has the feeling that the EBU kind of gave the aggregated points to the UK rather than Spain because they wanted the UK to host Eurovision 2023. Who knows? Just a conspiracy theory. But yeah, no, it was highly valued in the jury, and I'm not actually surprised because, lots of high notes, especially for a male vocalist. So yeah, not actually that surprised now that the UK got that high, but I wasn't seeing them winning anyway because I think, at least in terms of the song, it was just kind of a regular old pop song. But, well, they got kind of close. I can't say they got very close, but they were kind of there. And now on to the next tier, has direct competition. Australia obviously has to compete with the UK, Poland as well, France. The direct competition for France is obviously Ukraine because, it's kind of upbeat, ethnic sounding stuff. For Albania, well, it didn't even qualify. But their theoretical competition would have been obviously Chanel. Portugal, I guess, Sweden, Greece, Netherlands, something like that. Though it does kind of carve out its own category, and I'm still like really glad that Mauro got top 5 in the jury in the final. But yeah, I kind of like saw that these weren't gonna win because they have direct competition. Because actually, I didn't point this out myself. I actually got this point from some other YouTuber who were kind of ranking who they thought would win, and also yeah, who they thought would win, and also their own like personal favorites. And they pointed out that some songs just have inherently better counterparts in terms of genre, and as a result, it's very hard for them to actually win. And I suppose, in hindsight, maybe I should have put Netherlands in this direct competition category as well. And the bottom tier is IMO, either people being delusional or it would be a huge shock win. And yeah, as you can see, some of these countries didn't even qualify, like Austria and Cyprus. Now you might be surprised to see Serbia that low, considering what the high score that they got in the end. But yeah, I don't think I ever saw it as a winner, to be honest with you. I think a lot of Eurofans had it as their kind of personal winner, but I don't think this ever had enough mass appeal to be considered an outright winner of the competition. So yeah, I wasn't surprised that this didn't win. But yeah, I don't think anything else would have won either in this tier. Certainly not Norway. Yeah, so I guess I did okay with this pyramid, but also not really. I kind of underestimated Moldova. And this is actually somewhat of a flop for Italy. Everyone was thinking kind of when Brividi won San Remo, people were thinking, oh my god, is Italy gonna do the double? And then the running order came out, they're going before Chanel, and people were like, okay, forget it. But yeah, I guess I did okay with the pyramid, but I did, underestimate Ukraine a little bit, and well, obviously, but and also the UK a little. But yeah, overall, I'd say I did okay with these predictions. And let's see next year how my predictions go. And speaking of predictions next year, I've, well, already made them. Earlier this month, or maybe it might be last month by the time this video comes out, I made a series of predictions while I was bored. This time what I did differently was, instead of just vaguely putting in a range for some countries and then ignoring some other ones, I did it for every single country. I again kind of guessed the slogan length, kind of the theme art, colors, host city, that kind of stuff. You can just read it yourself. I'll link it in the description. But I have to say that I haven't changed it. I don't plan to. I might make more predictions, but I don't plan to change it yet. And also, I've been a lot more conservative with my predictions this time, kind of just taking what we've known from these last 2 years and just kind of make some predictions from there, and hopefully I'll get more of it right this time. But I have to say that even though I made these predictions only a couple weeks ago, I've already gotten some of them wrong. Now, the first one is Israel. I guessed that they would continue with X Factor Israel, but I think like a week ago or something like that, they announced that they would go internal. So I've already gotten that wrong, so good on me. And then for Cyprus, a while ago it was reported that they might use the show named All Together Now as their Eurovision 2023 selection, despite everyone saying it being a bad idea. But just a few days ago, as I'm recording this, it was reported that the producer of the show just took it entirely off of their schedule. So yeah, I guess they won't be doing All Together Now, but no idea what they're gonna do then. Maybe just go internal again. Maybe select Evangelia, cough cough. But yeah, I already got these two wrong, and I can't wait to see what else I got wrong. And for the host country, a lot of people, especially Brits, have pegged it to be the UK, but actually I think it might not even be the UK, because again, as I'm recording this yesterday, the EBU posted their statement of reaffirming their decision of not hosting Eurovision 2023 in Ukraine. But interestingly, unlike the first statement, they did not make any mention of the BBC. So one wonders whether the BBC, or more realistically, British government officials, actually want it or not. Because if you haven't been following British politics lately, there's actually a general strike going on, and it's set to get worse, actually. And another thing that's also set to get worse is the inflation. The inflation in the UK, I think, is at around 9.1% as I'm recording this, and it's set to get to 11% by the end of the year. So yeah, the UK isn't exactly the best place to live in at the moment. So I'm not sure they want to take up Eurovision, especially because they're trying to kind of like save costs, and while spending £15 million on hosting Eurovision certainly isn't saving money. So yeah, but if the BBC does take it up, even though right now they don't sound very enthusiastic, I think it will be probably one of Manchester, Glasgow, or maybe Liverpool, or also possible could be Birmingham. But I'm strongly leaning towards Manchester, because last year, you might recall, the BBC made a huge deal of part of their offices moving to Salford in Greater Manchester. So I think, if you ask me, I think Manchester is more likely than Glasgow, even though Glasgow has the huge oval Hydro Arena that was featured in the Eurovision movie. But who knows, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be Manchester, but Glasgow is also very much possible. And in terms of presenters for the event, believe it or not, there are actually bookmakers for this, but obviously Graham Norton, who is the current UK, BBC commentator for Eurovision, is highly tipped to be one of the hosts for Manchester/Glasgow 2023. And also Rylan, who I believe plays Eurovision songs on BBC Radio 2 and also actually forms part of the British delegation, I do believe. He was there in Turin with Sam Ryder, actually. So, I think he's part of the delegation as well. And some people think he might be like a green room host or something like that, Rylan. And also some people have actually raised Mila Kunis. You probably know who Mila Kunis is. She's a Ukrainian American actress, but of course, who knows if she has the time or interest in Eurovision. But someone raised it, and it's certainly possible. Some people also raised some other Ukrainian Americans. So I do hope whoever hosts does have a considerable amount of Ukrainian influence in them. My predictions, again, you can find them in a link in the description of this video. And those are my old predictions and my new predictions. So that was a review of my Eurovision 2022 predictions and a look at my Eurovision 2023 predictions. Let me know what you think of them in the comments below, or you can tweet me on Twitter at BlueRigel4. And even though this is a shorter and sloppier video than usual, definitely do still give it a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next video, which is going to be about the national finals and selections of 2022. And I'll see you next time.